The enemy are upon us. Give them hell. Men run to the north wall and other areas of defense and proceed to fire. Mexicans attack 3 times, repelled the first 2 times. On third attack, they get through the east wall and drive the Texians south. Mexicans killed here will be carried off to join attack on the south wall. Travis is shot in the head, falls to his knees, facing audience. Travis, falling, signals Mexicans to break through the west wall, joining forces with those from the east wall. A Mexican from this group, seeing Travis, goes to finish him off. Travis stops him with his sword, and both fall flat.
Together, or what?
Is that what it says?
That's what you told me.
David.
That's what you told me to put down.
I want to see you fall round.
That's fine. I copied that exactly from where you gave me, so no question that.
Actually, there's so many Mexicans in the narration, we might as well leave the original line in by Travis. Now that I think of it.
Well, no, now some of this stuff is not going to be repeated. This is just direction. This is stage direction, what he's reading now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have designated that more clearly. Texans put up a good fight, holding their ground, dying where they stand. Some fall, retreating southward in the compound. Others are overtaken, attacked, and killed as they stop to help wounded comrades. Texians fight from room to room and are overrun. Texians are finally driven to the south end of the compound. Bowie slips and falls while trying to turn a cannon.
What?
Wait a minute.
Can we do something else?
Trying to what?
Turn a cannon.
He slipped.
Damn it, David!
That's what
Everything.
He said
turn a
slips.
No, I said direct.
You told me
direct. He slipped and fell, directing the turning of a cannon.
That's not what you gave me then.
Bull.
Okay, well,
Now you know.
you sure
why.
you want to have him slip?
It's
Can he be wounded or something? I mean, they could have made like little Three Stooges as to have
Yeah.
him.
what?
Big banana peel up there, so they can't.
There-
You're not
there's
going to see that, right? You said it was going to
There's a section on the thing there that's open. If I slip right, I can flip over it. All right?
Great.
To give the impression that I fell. All right? Without hurting myself.
This may end up looking like Dickinson's death in John Wayne's version.
No, you're not going to see my feet hanging over the edge.
But that's just a very awkward scene because you hear a shot and he falls. You know, we all know that stuff.
Yes.
You know, I think that's what's going to happen here. That's the effect we're going to get. Why did he fall down? Who's going to ever believe that Jim Bowie slipped? No, I'm not being argumentative. You make final decisions. I'm just pointing that this may be a little more awkward than you're perceiving.
All right, go ahead. Keep going.
Texians rush up and warn men on Palisade and south wall of the breakthrough in the north wall. Crockett's men run from Palisade to the protection running from the hospital to Southgate and fire into the advancing enemy ranks. Texians on the south wall turn to meet the enemy. South wall cannon is turned, fires 1 round, 3/4 flour, 1/4 gunpowder, into the enemy ranks.
Add egg, stir.
With a little
Built-in built-in oven, right?
When the Mexicans reach a certain point for safety, gunners are shot and bayoneted as they attempt to reload the cannon. The south gate is breached. With the new troops entering from the south gate, the Mexicans regroup and attack the south gate wall. Mexicans attempt to capture the Texian flag. 3 are killed before the Mexican tricolor is raised. Bowie's room is rushed. Bowie on his cot, his back propped up against the wall. 2 Mexicans rush in and are shot in the attempt. Pistols are now emptied. Bowie reaches for his knives, deflects a charging bayonet, killing its user. Standing up, summoning all his strength, he meets another 2 Mexicans, killing them as they close in. Bowie is then overwhelmed, but takes 1 more Mexican with him. Closing scene. Bowie is on his cot. Mexican is laying over him with a knife through him. How come I had 1 sentence and you've got 4 paragraphs?
That's why you're
Mikey's yard. That's why.
Mikey's game, Mikey's
yard.
Crockett's area is overrun. Crockett and his men rush to meet the Mexicans and are surrounded, making escape impossible. Crockett and his men are driven back, unable to get to the chapel doors. Crockett's men are shot or bayoneted 1 by 1. Crockett makes 1 last charge, rifle swinging, knocking Mexicans left and right. A shot is fired, hitting him in his shoulder. No longer able to swing rifle, he draws his knife and slashes 1 Mexican before being bayoneted from all sides, taking another Mexican with him as he goes down under a swarm of Mexicans. Who's playing Crockett?
Pruitt.
Good.
Now, when I said like he's being bayoneted from all sides, I mean, I don't mean that it's going to be like Pincushion City. I don't mean that. That was just a quick way of saying that he'll be surrounded and then they'll, jab this way and then all of us, then they'll just close in and he'll just go down. And then you'll see him just going like
I was
that.
just wondering how are you going to get these 10 bayonets all over the compound all the time for everybody's death scene.
No, there will be a couple of guys that have the leather bayonets.
Oh, they do? What, from the movie?
No, they made them.
Okay. Palisade Cannon is overrun. Robert Evans, seeing all is lost, grabs a torch from the cannon and attempts to run to the powder magazine inside the chapel.
All Texans wake up and blow hell out of them.
But is lanced into the doorway.
Maybe not in yours.
I'll bring my real knife.
He swings his flimsy torch, breaking the solid lance.
Read it right, Jack.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
But is shot down in the attempt. As he is dying, he throws the torch in the direction of the chapel, and the torch bounces off the chapel door.
That was his line.
Is it rubber doors?
It's a rubber torch.
Right just next to the catch, Bear behind the wall.
Made out of Super Ball. It bounces 10 feet in the air.
The Texians, left alive, are quickly done away with. The Mexicans enter the hospital, where they find the wounded and instantly kill the ones who put up a strong resistance. How many wounded were there? I was not aware of many wounded at all.
180 by the end of the schedule.
Well, there was some supposedly left over from the siege in December.
Oh,
They must have been gaming.
They had something like 30, I think somebody said in one of the books like 30 or something like that.
I mean, they had 150 men on the wall.
No, I mean, they weren't all totally blipped. I mean, they were in various stages, maybe, broken arm from a shot or broken leg, whatever.
That's the
One
ones
of the Mexicans took it with
Now-
30 men inside the infirmary.
Also,
Jack,
Yeah.
that's the ones the doctor sent up that got wounded in the back.
Now, that's not, Jack, that's not to say that some of them weren't able to, get out there and fight. I could picture some of them being propped up in the windows or someplace where they could put on a good show.
We gotta have a guy like Slim Pickens go,
What the hell's an infirmary? I'm hurt. I want to go to the hospital. Okay. The Mexicans enter the hospital where they find the wounded and instantly kill the ones who put up a strong resistance. A Mexican officer rushes in and puts a stop to the carnage. The 7 that are left are led out to the courtyard, closest to the public. Some of the Mexican soldiers try to rush them and are stopped by General Castrillon. General Castrillon goes outside of the compound to talk to Santa Anna concerning mercy for the 7 prisoners. The public can hear Santa Anna's bellowing voice saying, "Have I not told you before how to dispose of them? Why do you bring them to me?" Some of the soldiers who are prodding the 7 prisoners beforehand, upon hearing Santa Anna's yelling, rush upon the 7 and bayonet them to death. General Castrillon comes in on the scene of the slaughter and drops to his knees, giving the sign of the cross. At this time, the women and children of the Alamo are led out of the chapel, sobbing along with children who are screaming for their fathers. Mrs. Dickinson, seeing her dead husband, goes to him. Other women pull her away as they are led out of the south gate. Narrator. Santa Anna had the bodies of the Texians cremated, hoping to do one more dishonor to them in their defeat and glory in his victory. But as Colonel Almonte of the Mexican Army put it, another such victory will ruin us. 47 days later, on April 21st, 1836, on the banks of the San Jacinto River, Santa Anna was defeated by a Texian force of approximately 780 Texians, screaming, "Remember Goliad and remember the Alamo, remember the Alamo." Why mention Goliad?
yeah, exactly.
Because that is what they were crying.
No, they screamed,
Yeah, but they also-
remember La Bahia, first off. But secondly,
Well, I just,
why even mention it? We don't
We
talk
haven't
about what
talked
happened
about it
at
before.
no.
well, Mike was
We can
mentioning.
take it.
It'll create
We will
We'll do
be-
that at a reenactment
more
Goliad.
questions than
This is, huh?
it'll create more questions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Since we don't discuss the fate of Spanish men.
All right, well,
There's a brief
that's no
reference.
big deal, we can hack it out.
I think it'd be more dramatic here, and effective just to say, remember
Yeah.
the album.
Right.
All right.
Take a bow, Jeff, take a bow. Don't forget the blood.
Money. Money.
Okay, now,
Back, you know.
girls, what other input do you think we can do with the women?
Steamy sex scenes?
During the battle or before?
We're gonna call this what, Blazing Dawn?
That's a reenactment I want to be in.
Are we